everyone, it's Rylan with Rylan's Amazing Photography, and today I'm out here with the Nikon Z9 and the Nikkor 200 to 500 millimeter in hopes of photographing some wildlife. I'm hoping to at least see some birds today, and in fact I've already saw some as I was coming over here to record. I didn't get any shots of those birds, but that does give me some hope that we're gonna see some pretty cool birds today, or some other wildlife. I don't know. It's in the middle of the day. It is currently 12 o'clock on the dot, so the sun is directly overhead. It's pretty hot outside, and that's really not typically a good time for wildlife, but hopefully I'm gonna see something, and if I don't, I'm here anyway. So let's go and begin the search for wildlife. So I did just manage to capture a couple of photos of a field sparrow that was perched in a tree. I'm not sure if any of those photos are going to turn out, to be honest. I was kind of far away and they're a relatively small bird, but hopefully I can at least make one of those shots work. It is absolutely burning up outside, and it does not help that I'm wearing a black shirt, but I wanted to sport some of my merch today. I'm about to snap merch. Link is in my bio, or you can click the pinned comment. Hold on a second. There might be like an injured bird up here. I can't tell, or it's like nested or something. Let me get a video of this. It flew off. I've never saw a bird behave like that. That was fascinating. It was just like sprawled out on the grass, as you all saw, I guess. And then just all of a sudden it took off. I couldn't tell what it was. It almost looked like an eastern phoebe, but I'm not 100% on that. Anyways, it's really hot out here today, but I wanted to sport some merch, and black is like the worst color I could wear, but it's also like the less like vibrant color in the merch. You should go get you a shirt or a hoodie. I have hoodies too, but Lord forbid me wear a hoodie out in this weather. Anyways, I am gonna go ahead and keep heading this direction and see if I see any more wildlife, because I would like to get some more photos than just the field sparrow. So hopefully I'll see something else, but I totally get it if I don't, because it's like 1,000 degrees outside. But no kidding, it is like in the high 90s right now, and the heat index is in the hundreds. So to say it's hot would be an understatement. So I'm gonna stop rambling and go. So I just got to photograph what I believe to be a song sparrow. It's kind of hard to tell this time of year the difference between a field sparrow and a song sparrow when you're kind of far away, and this bird wasn't very close to me either, and it flew off just a couple seconds after I got some photographs of it. So it's kind of hard to identify. By the time I see the photos on my computer, hopefully I'll be able to tell, but it's still kind of not a 100% thing. I'm pretty certain that it was a song sparrow, but it could have also been a field sparrow. However, you saw the shots of that. Nothing special. They were pretty decent, but yeah, I'm gonna keep at it. Hopefully I'm gonna have some more luck besides what I've had already. I'm just staying out here. I'm being optimistic for once in my life, and I feel like we're gonna see at least one more bird and get a photo of that. That's what I'm hoping for anyways, because it's absolutely burning up out here even in the shade, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm ready to get back to the AC. So I'm gonna move on down and see if I can find some more wildlife. Also, just a minute ago, I did see an indigo bunting, and that's actually the first one of those birds that I have seen in quite some time. However, I did not manage to get a shot of it. By the time I had seen it, it had actually already flew off into a tree. By the time I positioned myself to get a shot, it had flew off again, and unfortunately, it managed to get away from me, and I did not manage to get a shot. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I've saw a few other birds, but I've not been able to get shots of any of them either. It's getting pretty hot out here. I'm not gonna stay out here much longer because it's just like unbearably hot, and the fact that I'm in black really doesn't help. I'm looking around for not only birds but smaller wildlife such as butterflies and insects as well, and really there's not a whole lot of those out right now either because the hay has just been cut, so there's not really a lot of wildflowers in the area. You can probably hear birds chirping. I've heard birds chirping all morning long pretty much, but it's really hard to kind of find and locate a bird this time of year when everything's grown up and grown out and there's leaves on all the trees. The best way to get a shot of a bird this time of year, rather than walking around like I am, is doing it from a blind. And I have a blind, but this time of year when you sit in the blind, you absolutely burn up because it's so hot outside, and most blinds don't have air conditioning. So I'm gonna keep moving. Hopefully I'm gonna see some more birds or some sort of wildlife and get a photo of that, but if not, I will check back in with you all in just a few short moments and we'll go ahead and end the video. One of the most common questions that I get about the Nikon Z9 is how is the autofocus on the camera? And quite frankly, the autofocus is absolutely outstanding. However, when photographing small birds like I was today, it's good, but it's not great. And honestly, you would probably be able to focus faster with the DSLR like the Nikon D500. And I say that because although the focus on this is just superb, there's not really a mirrorless camera that's aimed for small bird photography. I wouldn't expect this camera to work 100% like it's supposed to on small birds. I just took a trip to Grand Teton, Yellowstone, and Glacier National Parks, and the Z9 is of course what was in my camera bag. And when I tell you that I got some fantastic photos of wildlife, I really mean it. And if you don't believe me, you can click up here on this little info card and go check it out for yourself because it's a great video. Totally recommend you watch it. However, it's important for you to understand that although the camera is great for wildlife, you're not gonna get every single shot of small birds that you would necessarily get with the D500 or a D850 or another DSLR camera, even Canon. Even a D5 and D6 is probably going to be better for focusing on small birds than a Z9. However, if I still had to recommend you a camera, I would recommend you a Z9. Like for wildlife, I'm going to tell you a Z9 because you're still going to get some great shots of wildlife. You're going to get photos that you wouldn't be able to get with the D500 due to the fact that this camera can shoot 120 frames per second. It can shoot completely silent. You're still going to get great photos of small birds. It's just that you might miss the focus more often than you would with a DSLR, and that's to be expected. If you're shooting wildlife like deer or bison or elk, it's going to be spot on 100% of the time. Those animals are large enough to be able to focus on the eye, and it's going to be able to focus on the subject if the eye isn't visible because they're larger animals, and that's to be expected. No camera is going to perfectly photograph smaller birds, even the Sony A1, even the Canon R3. It's not possible. The Canon R5 isn't going to get it either. So although I love this camera, if you're looking for a camera specifically for small birds, which if you are, I can't imagine that you're willing to drop $6,000 on a camera. But if you're looking for a camera for particularly small birds, I'm not going to recommend the Z9 to you. I would recommend going with something like a D850 or a D500 or even a D5. It's just, you don't want to spend $6,000 on a camera to photograph small birds when it's not going to be accurate 99% of the time. So with that being said, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the autofocus when it comes to photographing birds. So that's all I've got for today's video. Unfortunately, I didn't get very many great shots today. but that's to be expected when it's this hot outside. It's difficult to get out, and this time of year it's difficult to even spot wildlife when you are out. So I didn't get any award winners or just fantastic shots, but nonetheless it's still really nice to get out and about on a day like this, and I've really enjoyed being out here in the field. If you're interested in checking out I'm About to Snap t-shirts, you can click the info card right here. It's going to take you to my video where I give you all the information that you need to know on my new merchandise line, I'm About to Snap. If you're interested in seeing my trip out to Yellowstone and Grand Teton and Glacier National Parks, you can also click the info card that I just talked about a minute ago. You can just press the eye up here again, and that video will pop up along with my merchandise video. If you're interested in seeing more of my photos and seeing daily updates from me, you can follow me over on Instagram at Ryland's Amazing Photography. Any other links that you need are in the pinned comment or down in the description down below. I really do appreciate all of the support that you all give me. If you did like today's video, be sure to go down below and hit the like button, and of course subscribe as well. Thanks so much for watching this video. It means a lot to me, but most importantly, I hope you all have an amazing day.